Hi everyone, welcome back to Jolie Knots Crochet. I'm Crystal and today we are going to be doing the March pattern roundup. So every month at the beginning of the month I try to put together the pattern roundup so you know all of the patterns that were released in the month before. That way whatever you missed you can take a look, check it out, and see if it's something that you are interested in making. So I didn't have a ton of pattern releases last month. I did a lot of wearables and they needed testing and time in between, written patterns and things like that. So it was a little bit slower in the month. Also, I uploaded a few tutorials that were not actual patterns. Foundation single crochet, creating straight edges, a couple of yarn unboxings, a video that my daughter made, you know, just playing around with her friends. Let me go ahead and show you what was released in the month of March. On a quick side note, I smashed my finger in my bathroom door and it's really ugly. So you are gonna see me wearing this little finger cover that I crocheted over my finger probably for the next several months. Just so you know what this is and why it's there. I'm really saving you guys the goriness of actually looking at it or the ugliness of just wearing a band-aid over it. So I'm trying to go a little bit cuter, I guess you'd say. Okay, so the first thing that we released in March was the Lana Beanie. Now, the Lana Beanie came in 3 different sizes, a toddler size, a child size, and an adult size. Now this is a light textured beanie, and the reason I say light is because the stitches are not tight and it can be worn for cooler days or for you know, some people that just like to wear beanies all the time, but it's not a super heavy beanie. And this one was released, like I said, at the beginning of March. There is a written pattern available. I have 3 different colors here for each size. But go ahead and check that out if it's still cold where you're at. The next thing that was released in March was the Crossbody Boho Bag. Now this bag was super simple, super customizable to make in any size. I made this, well, a bag like this several years back, and it was one of my favorite bags, but I made it in like a white color and it's like almost impossible to get clean by now. So I decided to make a few other ones, write up a pattern and release it. Now you of course can do the long crossbody strap. You could also make it shorter so that it's just like, you know, a tote bag or whatever is your preference. The sizing on this is about 12 inches wide. This one is about 12 inches tall, but you can customize it to be longer, wider, smaller, whatever is your preference. It is used with 2 yarns held together unless you're going to be using like a super bulky 6-weight yarn. Otherwise, it's with 2 strands held together. So this is the Crossbody Boho Bag. It is filled with all my things because I do use it as a purse, and now I've got like 3 or 4 of them to be able to switch out depending on what I'm wearing. So the next thing that I released was actually a re-release of the Puff Garden shawl. Now this shawl, if you watched the video, you saw that I missed row 4, and I am profoundly sorry for that. So I did re-film the tutorial for this, so if it did confuse you, like I said, I'm really sorry, but I did go ahead and update it, put a new updated shawl pattern up for you to be able to, you know, see properly or understand the video. If you had the written pattern didn't miss anything, so you've got it all correct. But in case you need the video for this shawl, that one is also updated in our March videos. The next wearable that was released was the 2x2 V-neck sweater. Now this sweater is worked in vertical rows from top to bottom. It is a slightly oversized, should fit you like a sweatshirt, with a bunching band on the wrist as well as on the bottom. And this is sized all the way from small to size 5X. And I'll go ahead and leave some photos up so you can actually see it worn. All right, and the last thing that I released in March was this boho summer cardigan. Now this cardigan is made with a 3-weight or a light 4-weight yarn. It does have the fringe option on the bottom, but of course that's just optional. And again, this one is worked in vertical rows. I like vertical rows because they're a little bit more slimming for me instead of horizontal rows. So I can get a pattern done in vertical rows or ones that kind of look like they're vertical rows. I prefer that, and I think they're a little bit more slimming and figure forming. All right, so go ahead and take a look at that one. This one also is sized from, this one's actually sized in all sizes, from toddler to child size, all the way up to adult size 5X. So that is, it's super simple, it's quick. This one is a size large, extra large, so it is oversized, and really the only difference in the adult sizing is the wideness of the panels. So if you go up a size larger, if you want your sleeves longer, then it's just going to go down your arm a little bit more. Now let's talk a little bit about the upcoming projects that you're going to see. I have 2 patterns currently in testing, and I'm working on a couple of different ones before they actually get into testing. The first one that you're going to see is going to be the Puff Garden Afghan. Now it's going to be the Puff Garden shawl essentially, but worked in straight rows to create an Afghan instead of a shawl. Now this one I'm making here is like a baby sized blanket. You should see that one upcoming within the next couple of days. And the next one in testing, it is going to be due, it should be available mid-April. This is a lightweight summer tee. So this is with a 2-weight yarn, the really nice, super drapey pattern to wear over a camisole or anything like that, with nice wide short sleeves, but the panels are really super wide to also go down to right about just above your elbow. All right, so stay tuned for both of those. I'm also going to be working on another bag, like a market bag, and also a small, more compact crossbody bag to just put a couple of things in, like your phone and your keys and, you know, some wallet or money or whatever. So keep an eye out for those, everybody. Go ahead and click the subscribe button if you are not a subscriber, and thumbs up the video. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for our March pattern roundup. I appreciate you being here. Check out the video tutorials of whatever you want to see. I will leave the link in the description box below for everything that we went over today. And if there's something that you would like to see, also leave a comment below so I can get some inspiration and ideas for the different kinds of patterns that you guys want to see.